I'm Brendan Lawler, and I'm delighted, I'm thrilled tonight to have my first solo exhibition hosted by the Colgan Group. And Noreen has been very, very supportive, Noreen Cleary, and the hotel. And I think it's looking great. I just learned yesterday that this is a candelabra, and I didn't know what that word meant, but it was explained to me, so I think it looks great. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk to you for about 10 minutes, if you stay with me for that. And I'm going to show you, I'd like to talk about a few little select pictures, select photographs, and just tell you the story about these photos. So, I think I'm very flattered at what Pat said. I think I've just met him once briefly earlier in the week, and what heartfelt, what nice words to hear. So it's very encouraging, and I think that my theme, if there's a theme here, if you look around at the wall, what you see tonight, it would be, I think, travel, landscapes, Dublin, Ireland, and Dublin in particular would inspire me, inspire us all really. And I have been living in Dublin for 12 years, so I guess I do love Dublin, and I hope you enjoy these pictures. Now, someone asked me before. She said, "Why black and white? Why don't you? I'd like to see that in colour." Now, I've chosen black and white. Most of what you see here is black and white photographs. I've chosen it because I think that black and white has a certain elegance, and I think that sometimes less is more. So you have this hanging in your house, and it just has a nice feel to it. And somebody said it's a nice black and white photograph. It's like seeing an old friend you haven't seen in a long time. And that's what a photographer said. And that's black and white. So my photographs, this is my little party piece here, everybody. It's an old camera. It's an old Rolleiflex camera, and it belonged to my grandfather. And my dad, who's here tonight, Cormac, he was never allowed to touch this. This was locked away, and no one was allowed to touch it. And then, but he passed it on, and now it's a family heirloom. And what this camera does here is it takes beautiful black and white pictures. So these photographs here were taken from negative, as opposed to digital. And what it does is it has a classical square image to the photographs. And I think negatives maybe a little softer, and it's fun to use this camera, because what you do is you walk around the streets like this, and you're looking down, and it just brings the smiles to people's face, because they say, "Gosh, I remember that from way back when." So this actually goes back to, I think, 1959, this camera. Still works. And just on a boring technical note, there's a red disc on it here. Why? No, the photographs don't turn out red. What this does is it makes blue skies turn black and turn very dramatic. And I think actually here in Ireland, I think we have beautiful weather. You might have to look for it. But I do think that a blue sky in Ireland after rain is unrivaled. There's a freshness. And if you've been living abroad, travelling abroad, and you come back home, I think maybe you will agree with me. My favourite time of year is spring. And we're in spring now, and what you get, and I'm going to talk about this in a moment, is you get this March unpredictability. And I know what a tough winter we've had, but when you get the hailstone and then the sun, and then it clouds over. I think it's very dramatic. So I think we have a lovely landscape here. And that leads me on to the first picture here, which is a personal favourite of mine. And it's O'Connell Bridge. And I came back from America, and I had my grandfather's camera, and I took this picture. And I really enjoyed this, and the story about this one is that why I like it, I think, is that O'Connell Bridge really usually does not look like this. But in the right light, just in the right light, if you use the right light, I think you can get a very interesting look at some streets that we go by every day and we don't notice. Now on this day, this was March '98, you could actually see the white clouds moving across the sky. Do you know that kind of weather? And it's great. So, you know, we give out about the rain, but here we go. So that's O'Connell Bridge. And the other thing I'd like to say about O'Connell Bridge is that my favourite show on TV is Grand Designs. Do you know it, with Kevin MacLeod? And what he says is, we